The hip-hop world just got hit with a scandal so shocking, so messy, that fans are literally gasping for air. Forget the quiet whispers, forget the shady rumors, because this one is blowing up in real time. Camron, the Harlem legend known for his unapologetic bravado, has just been outed in a late-night affair that insiders claim has left Chrissy LAMPKIN pregnant. Yes, you heard that right. The woman fans know as Jim Jones' longtime partner, the ride-or-die who stood by him through music, reality TV, and years of public ups and downs, is now allegedly carrying another man's child. And not just any man, but one of Harlem's most notorious players. The internet is in absolute meltdown. Fans are screaming betrayal. Jim Jones is trending. And Camron's name is being dragged into the dirtiest headlines he's faced in years. Was this a drunken mistake? A secret fling that's been going on for months? Or something deeper that could rip apart two Harlem legacies forever? And here's the kicker. Insiders are already whispering that photos and DMS exist, proving the affair wasn't a one-time slip. If those receipts surface, it won't just destroy Jim and Chrissy's relationship, it'll set Harlem on fire. This isn't just gossip. This is betrayal, scandal, and heartbreak colliding at once. And the most shocking part, the baby rumor might only be the beginning. The internet is spiraling. Timelines are collapsing under the weight of memes, hot takes, and shock emojis. But this mess didn't come out of thin air. To understand how we got here, how Camron allegedly wound up entangled with Chrissy LAMPKIN of all people, you have to rewind and look at the messy, complicated histories of Harlem's favorite troublemaker and reality. TV's most iconic ride-or-die girlfriend, Camron. Harlem's lover and player Camron's career has always walked the razor's edge between swagger and scandal. From his Dipset days when he ruled Harlem in pink furs and bandanas, to his constant run-ins with the law and other rappers, Cam has always carried the reputation of being unpredictable, especially when it comes to women. Over the years, Cam has been tied to models, influencers, and even industry insiders. He's the guy who will go live on Instagram at 3 a.m. just to clown his haters. And he's the guy who's never denied having a wandering eye. If there's one thing Cam's known for, it's his refusal to apologize for his lifestyle. But this, Chrissy LAMPKIN, that's a whole different level of messy. Because Chrissy isn't just another pretty face. She's the longtime partner of Cam's Harlem brother, Jim Jones. Chrissy and Jim, the never-ending love SDOY for years. Chrissy LAMPKIN and Jim Jones were the it couple of Harlem reality TV. Their relationship fueled entire seasons of love and hip-hop, New York, with fans glued to every fight, every proposal, every dramatic walkout. Chrissy was the definition of a ride-or-die, standing by Jim through industry beefs, business flops, and even his endless refusal to settle down in marriage. The two shared one of reality TV's most infamous arcs, Chrissy proposing to Jim on national television, a move that made headlines and sparked endless debates about gender roles. They never officially tied the knot, but they've been together for decades, a messy, complicated love that fans both admired and pitied. So when rumors started swirling that Chrissy might have been seen out late with Camron, jaws dropped. Because this wasn't just infidelity, this was betrayal at the deepest. Harlem family level, the first signs of TRO whispers of Chrissy and Cam spending too much time together first surfaced months ago. Fans claim to have spotted them at a dimly lit lounge in New Jersey, seated in a corner booth, laughing a little too close for comfort. At the time, most dismissed it as harmless. After all, Cam and Jim go back decades. Maybe Chrissy was just catching up with a friend of her man. But insiders whispered otherwise. According to one alleged source close to the situation, Cam always had a thing for Chrissy. Everybody in Harlem knew it, but nobody thought he'd cross that line. Guess the late nights changed that. Jim Jones' strained relationship with Chrissy. What makes the scandal even spicier is the state of Jim and Chrissy's relationship. In recent years, fans noticed Jim appearing distant, distracted, and often out of step with Chrissy. Rumors of tension were rampant. Arguments over marriage, over finances, over family. Some even claimed Jim had been entertaining women behind Chrissy's back. Though nothing concrete ever surfaced, so was this Chrissy's revenge? Was her alleged late-night affair with Camron a payback play against years of Jim's refusal to put a ring on it? Or was it something more, a genuine connection that crossed boundaries and shattered Harlem loyalty codes? The pregnancy BOMB SHL land, here's where the drama shifts from scandalous to catastrophic. Insiders are whispering that Chrissy isn't just linked to Camron through late-night meetings. She's allegedly pregnant. And the timeline has fans doing math that doesn't add up neatly with Jim.1 gossip page claimed. Chrissy confided in a friend about being late on her cycle. When asked if it was Jim's, she hesitated. The word Cam slipped out. That's all I'm saying, whether true or not. The mere possibility that Chrissy LAMPKIN, Jim Jones' partner of over 20 years, could be carrying Camron's child is enough to send Harlem, hip-hop and reality TV fans into meltdown. Why this scandal hits DIF, Fear and T, this isn't just about cheating. This isn't just about a pregnancy rumor. This is about Harlem loyalty, Dipset history, and the collapse of a relationship fans thought would outlast every storm. Jim Jones and Camron may not be as tight as they once were, but their bond was legendary. If Cam truly crossed this line, it's not just betrayal, it's war. Fans are already debating, did Camron destroy Harlem's most iconic couple for a fling? Is Chrissy the ultimate revenge queen, finally tired of Jim's commitment issues? Or is this a coordinated smear campaign meant to embarrass both Cam and Chrissy at once? The CLI, FHA, and GR4 now. The pregnancy rumor remains just that, a rumor. But insiders are whispering that receipts exist, text messages, blurry photos, even an alleged ultrasound appointment booked under Chrissy's name. And if those receipts leak, this won't just be the scandal of the year. It'll be the scandal of the decade, destroying relationships, friendships, and reputations all at once. Because in Harlem, loyalty is everything. And if Camron really did this, loyalty just got buried. What started as whispers of Chrissy LAMPKIN sneaking out for girls' nights and Camron being spotted in low-lit lounges has exploded into a full-blown Harlem betrayal saga. Because now, the alleged receipts are surfacing and they're dirtier than anyone imagined. The leaked DMSA gossip blog dropped screenshots allegedly between Cam and Chrissy. The tone of the messages sent shockwaves across social media. Camron, Jimmy would wild if he knew. Chrissy, he's too busy ignoring me to notice. I needed somebody to actually see me. Camron, I got you. Just keep it low. Chrissy, last night wasn't just a mistake. Don't make me regret it. Fans dissected every line. The phrase "last night wasn't just a mistake" became the #1 trending meme on Twitter, fueling speculation that this wasn't a one-time slip. It was an ongoing affair. The first photo, RACIP, then came the alleged smoking gun. A blurry paparazzi shot of Chrissy stepping out of Camron's car at 3 a.m. outside a Harlem apartment building. Her hair was tied back, hoodie pulled up, but the internet swore it was her. A fan tweeted, "That's Chrissy." No denying it. She ain't leaving Cam's car at 3 a.m. to talk about home decor. Another clapped back, blurry pics and screenshots. Y'all destroying a whole family off gossip. Gossip. Jim Jones' name, ERUPTSN. Then the internet turned on Jim for years. Fans roasted him for stringing Chrissy along, refusing to give her the marriage she publicly begged for. Now, some said this was karma. One viral post read, "Jim dodged marriage so long, Chrissy dodged loyalty." Harlem love story flipped on its head. Others defended Jim, saying Chrissy's alleged betrayal with his longtime brother-in-arms, Camron, was beyond unforgivable. Cheating. Bad enough. Cheating with Cam. That's Harlem treason. The pregnancy rumors, INTNS, FWV, DMS, and late-night photo were bad. But the pregnancy bomb made it catastrophic. Insiders claimed Chrissy had quietly visited a private clinic in New Jersey. One anonymous source told a blog she was overheard saying she was nervous about the timeline. She didn't mention names, But everybody in that clinic was buzzing about Cam. Fans started doing math. Chrissy was allegedly a few weeks along, and Jim's travel schedule had him away during the supposed conception window. That gap only made the rumors dirtier. The first twist, Camron SPA's just when fans thought he'd stay silent. Camron broke his silence on Instagram Live, with thousands tuned in. Sipping liquor and smirking, he said, "People love making up stories. Y'all been shipping me and Chrissy since the Dipset days. Ain't nobody pregnant by me. But if she was, that's between grown folks, not the internet." That last line, "if she was," sent the internet into chaos. Was Cam denying or half admitting? Was this bravado, deflection, or a subtle nod that the whispers weren't entirely lies? Social media IRUPTS fans lost it. Did Cam just say if she was? That's not a denial, that's a wink. Cam trolling us. But why would Chrissy's name even be in his mouth if it wasn't true? Jim better wake up because Harlem about to eat him alive. The betrayal cuts DERM siders. Whispered that Jim Jones himself had heard the rumors weeks ago but brushed them off. Now, with the DMIs and Cam's half denial, he was allegedly furious and ready to confront both Cam and Chrissy. One insider close to the couple claimed, "Jim's embarrassed. This ain't just any man. This is Camron, somebody he's known for decades. If this is true, it's over for them." The CLIFHANGR. So, here's where the scandal stands. Demons suggesting a late-night fling wasn't just a mistake. A. Blurry photo of Chrissy leaving Cam's car. Whispers of a pregnancy with a timeline that doesn't fit Jim and Camron. Himself pouring gasoline on the fire with an Instagram. Live that stopped short of denial. The internet now demands answers. Is Chrissy really pregnant with Cam's child? Will Jim walk away for good after decades of loyalty wars? And if more receipts leak the alleged clinic visit, the ultrasound, will this scandal end Harlem's most infamous love triangle forever? Because, make no mistake, this isn't just a messy fling. This is betrayal at Harlem's highest level. And the next leak could turn whispers into absolute proof. If you thought the alleged DMS and the blurry 3 a.m. photos were the end of it, buckle up because this scandal just took a darker, messier turn that has Harlem and the entire hip-hop world in absolute chaos. The clinic receipt leaked last night. A gossip site known for exposing celebrity dirt dropped what they claimed to be a clinic intake form under Chrissy LAMPKIN's name. The form, dated only 2 weeks ago, showed a routine early pregnancy checkup scheduled at a private women's health clinic in New Jersey. The internet went feral. Fans immediately zeroed in on the approximate conception window scribbled in a doctor's note attached to the leaked document. According to the paper trail, Chrissy's pregnancy would have been conceived during the same period. Jim Jones was overseas for a string of performances. One fan tweeted, "If these receipts are real, ain't no way Jimmy, the father. The math ain't mathing." Another responded, "This is fake, right? Somebody could have forged the paper. No way Chrissy let it get this far." But the blog doubled down, claiming they had a source inside the clinic who confirmed Chrissy had visited TWICE once for the initial test and again for an ultrasound scheduling. The leaked ultrasound PHOTO as if the intake form wasn't enough. Hours later, another anonymous page dropped a grainy black and white ultrasound image with Chrissy's initials scribbled on the corner. The caption read, "Congratulations to Harlem's queen." Now, who's the king? The post was shared over 20,000 times in less than an hour. Whether real or fake, it didn't matter. The internet believed it. And the narrative spiraled out of control. Camron adds fuel to the fire instead of shutting the rumors down. Camron leaned into them in typical Cam fashion. On his Instagram story, he posted a photo of a baby pacifier with the caption, "Harlem, stay fertile." Then, in a follow-up video, he laughed into the camera and said, "I see y'all stressing. Don't worry though, everything gone, come out in the wash." That cryptic message only added fuel. Was he confirming, trolling, or setting the stage for something bigger? Either way, fans went wild. Cam, messy as hell. Why would he post that if it ain't true? This man really joking about ruining his brother's whole life? Chrissy gotta say something now. The silence looks guilty. Chrissy's essay and that silence, it became its own scandal. Chrissy, normally fiery and outspoken, didn't post a single word on Instagram or Twitter. Not even a denial. Not even a shady repost. Insiders whispered that Chrissy was devastated and terrified about how the rumors spiraled so fast. One source claimed she's trying to figure out whether to go public or to hide. She never expected it to leak this far. The longer she stayed quiet, the louder the accusations grew. Jim Jones breaks his Sicilian's "I finally." After days of trending hashtags, Jim Jones addressed the rumors. In a now viral clip from his Instagram Live, he didn't name Cam or Chrissy directly. But his words said everything. When loyalty gets tested, you see people's true colors. I ain't gotta explain myself to the internet. Just know I move different when betrayal comes from the ones closest to me. The comments section exploded. Fans were convinced. Jim was speaking about Camron and Chrissy without dropping names. That's confirmation without confirmation. He knows. Jimmy, heartbroken. You can hear it in his voice. Nah, if this true, Dipset as we know it is dead. Industry insiders weigh Ion industry voices started chiming in, making the situation even heavier. One Harlem promoter told a podcast, if Chrissy really pregnant by Cam, that ain't just drama. That's a Harlem betrayal that can't be forgiven. These men built an empire together. It's over. Another insider close to love and hip-hop whispered that producers were scrambling to secure contracts for an emergency filming session. If true, this scandal might end up becoming one of the biggest televised reality TV bombshells ever. The escalation Harlem SBLITs the city. Self seemed divided. Longtime Dipset fans, who grew up idolizing Cam and Jim, were torn. Some blasted Chrissy for betraying Jim. Others dragged Jim for allegedly neglecting Chrissy emotionally for years. And a third group mocked the entire saga as Harlem's own Shakespearean tragedy. One viral TikTok even dramatized the scandal with actors playing Chrissy, Jim, and Cam racking up millions of views overnight. The shocking reveal, an audio eloque, but just when people thought the scandal couldn't go further, a new leak surfaced this time. Allegedly an audio clip of Chrissy and Cam, single quotes, Ron. In the clip. A woman's voice believed to be Chrissy's whispered, I don't know how to tell him. Cam, he's gonna lose it. Cam's voice allegedly replied, just let it play out. Jimmy ain't stupid. He already knows something up. Though unverified, the audio set the internet ablaze. Fans claimed the voices matched perfectly, if authentic. It was the smoking gun proof that the affair and pregnancy weren't just rumors, but raw truth. The CLIFACHINGR now. The world is watching three people who built Harlem's hip-hop culture crumble under the weight of betrayal. Chrissy, allegedly pregnant and trapped between silence and exposure. Cam's single quotes Ron, trolling but never fully denying. Dropping cryptic bombs that keep fans guessing. And Jim Jones, broken but fiery, promising he'll move differently now that betrayal has come from inside his circle. The question is, what comes next? Will Chrissy finally speak and confirm or deny? Will Cam double down with undeniable proof? Or will Jim explode in public, turning this already nuclear scandal into an all-out Harlem war? One thing's for certain, the next leak won't just escalate the story, it could permanently rewrite Harlem's hip-hop legacy. If you thought Harlem was split before, the public reactions after the alleged audio leak and ultrasound photo turned this scandal into an allude cultural earthquake. Fans, celebrities, industry insiders, and even reality TV producers couldn't keep quiet anymore. The internet turned into a courtroom, a battleground, and a circus all rolled into one. Twitter in FLAS within minutes of the audio clip surfacing. Hashtag Chrissy pregnant. Hashtag Camron affair. And hashtag Jim Jones betrayed all trended simultaneously. Memes flooded the timeline, with one viral tweet showing a photoshopped Maury test scene. Cam, you are the father. Another fan wrote, "This scandal is bigger than Dipset's entire catalog." Harlem Legends turned into Harlem's biggest soap opera. But not everyone was laughing. Some were heartbroken, especially longtime supporters of Jim and Chrissy's relationship. One user tweeted, "We watched them struggle on Love and Hip Hop for years, and now this. I feel like I wasted my support." Another added, "Jimmy deserved better. Loyalty should mean something." Instagram Live Mail to WMA. Several Harlem natives hopped on Instagram Live to weigh in. A former Dipset affiliate went live, and while refusing to confirm details, Kay admitted, "Harlem always knew there was tension between Jimmy and Cam. But this is beyond rap. This is life." That clip racked up over 200,000 views within hours, with fans flooding the comments accusing Dipset of being done for good. Celebrity REACTO and Esta. Scandal grew so massive that even celebrities outside the Harlem circle chimed in .50 cent. Never one to miss a chance for shade. Reposted the ultrasound leak with the caption, "Damn Cam, a wild boy. Jimmy, you good?" Cardi B, who has Harlem ties, tweeted, "This messy AF. If it's true, I hope everybody involved prepare for the smoke." Remy Ma, close to Chrissy from their reality TV days, allegedly sent a private message of support, which of course got leaked, too. The alleged DM read, "Stay strong, sis. Don't let them break you. Handle it on your terms, whether real or fake." The leaked DM only fueled speculation that Chrissy's silence wasn't denial. It was strategy.love and ACO, and pop producers STRK behind the scenes. VH1 executives and Love and Hip Hop producers were reportedly scrambling. According to one insider leak, they had already sent a crew to Harlem to convince Chrissy, Jim, and even Cam to film emergency footage for the next season, the insider claimed. This could be the biggest storyline in Love and Hip Hop history. If they capture this on camera, it won't just be viral, it'll break records. Fans immediately started speculating about a special reunion episode, with cameras catching Jim confronting Cam face to face. The thought alone had social media buzzing. Street REACTONS, this wasn't just social media chatter. On the ground in Harlem, tensions were allegedly boiling. One Harlem barbershop reportedly had a heated argument that almost turned physical over whether Chrissy was truly pregnant by Cam. A viral TikTok clip showed two groups screaming at each other. Jimmy held her down for years. Nah, she wanted attention Cam gave her. Y'all blind? It was as if Harlem itself was split in two camps. Team Jim and Team Cam. The industry dividized industry insiders started taking sides too. A popular DJ claimed on his podcast that Jim was being too emotional and needed to control the narrative before Cam does. Another insider said, "Cam's trolling because he knows he holds the upper hand. The second he drops undeniable proof, Jimmy's career takes a hit. Harlem don't forgive that easy." Some even speculated that Jim's upcoming projects could be jeopardized if this scandal overshadowed his music. The media FRNY major gossip outlets began circling like sharks. Blogs like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked pushed daily updates, while mainstream outlets like TMZ hinted they had their own exclusive evidence ready to drop. Every outlet framed it differently. Some painted Chrissy as the villain, betraying Jim after years of loyalty. Others blamed Jim for ignoring Chrissy's needs and leaving the door open for Cam. A few even accused Cam of orchestrating the scandal to boost his own relevancy. The differing narratives made the scandal even murkier and even more addictive to follow. The CLIFA changings are by now. Fans don't just want answers, they demand them. Every time Chrissy opens her Instagram, people flood her comments with, "Who's the father? Say it ain't Cam? Just post the truth and stop hiding." And yet, silence. Not a single confirmation. Not a single denial. Just an audience growing hungrier by the hour, which raises the question, is Chrissy preparing to finally go public with the truth? Or is Cam about to drop the one piece of evidence that blows this scandal beyond repair? Either way, the streets, the fans, and the industry are waiting, and they're not going anywhere. If you thought the ultrasound, the audio leaks, and the cryptic trolling were the peak of this chaos, think again. The scandal wasn't done escalating. Just when Harlem thought it had seen it all, a bombshell DNA test revelation exploded online, threatening to permanently alter the lives of Jim Jones, Chrissy LAMPKIN, and Camron, the mysterious Ian Villopio, according to a gossip insider. A man in a black hoodie was spotted slipping a sealed envelope into the mailbox of a Harlem-based blog. Hours later, that very blog posted a blurred-out document with one headline that made jaws drop. Paternity test results: Camron listed as probable father. The blog refused to post the full document, citing legal concerns, but they claimed the papers showed a prenatal paternity test. They even insisted that a credible lab conducted the test after Chrissy submitted samples under a pseudonym. The internet went nuclear. Memes, hashtags, conspiracy threads. The scandal reached an entirely new level. Fan reactions to the DNA leak. Twitter exploded. This ain't love and hip-hop. This Harlem CSI, somebody lying. If that DNA test real, Dipset dead forever. No reunion, no healing, nothing. This gotta be fake. Jimmy gotta respond now before it's too late. But instead of clearing things up, Jim Jones logged onto Instagram with a fiery post. Don't let these clowns play with my name. I know what's real. I know what's mine. He didn't confirm or deny the test, which only deepened the suspicion. Fans wondered, was Jim protecting Chrissy? Was he in denial? Or did he know the truth already? The secret text, THRAD, just as people tried to digest the DNA results. Another bombshell dropped. Screenshots of a supposed text conversation between Chrissy and Camron surfaced on Reddit.in, the alleged thread. Chrissy messaged Cam, "Jimmy's not stupid. He's starting to connect the dates." Cam allegedly replied, "Stay quiet. He'll fold before we do." Though unverified, the screenshots looked eerily convincing. The formatting, the contact names, even the timestamps aligned perfectly with the timeline of events. Fans were convinced it was legit. She admitted it right there. Case closed. This scandal is the definition of self-destruction. Jim is the last one to know, and that's the saddest part. Industry FALOUT. IFA, DNA leak and text screenshots sent the industry into full-blown panic. Promoters began canceling tentative bookings for Jim and Cam together. A major podcast host revealed there were talks about a Dipset anniversary tour. That's dead now. Nobody wants to touch this scandal. Meanwhile, insiders whispered that Love and hip-hop producers were offering Chrissy a massive bonus to confirm the pregnancy storyline on camera. If she agreed, it would instantly become one of the most watched episodes in the franchise's history. But here's the kicker, sources claim. Chrissy is hesitating because she fears the DNA results will be confirmed live on television. The cliffhanger of all CLI thefts Cesar now, the Harlem streets are boiling. The internet is ablaze and the industry is paralyzed. The only thing missing? The truth. Is that DNA test real, or was it a forged document planted to destroy Cam and Chrissy's reputations? Are the leaked text messages authentic proof of a late-night betrayal, or just another doctored smear campaign? And most importantly, if Chrissy truly is pregnant, who will she claim as the father when the baby arrives? Jim Jones remains cryptic, Camron is trolling, and Chrissy is silent, leaving fans and insiders desperate for answers. One insider teased, "The real truth ain't out yet. The next leak gonna be the one that shocks everybody." Nobody ready for it? Which means this isn't the end. Far from it. This scandal has only just begun, and when the truth finally comes out, Harlem won't just be gossiping, it'll be forever changed. And now, after all the leaks, the receipts, the cryptic posts, and the whispers from so-called insiders. We're left standing at the edge of a cliff. A DNA test floating around the internet, text messages that might be the smoking gun, and a silence from Chrissy that's louder than any denial. But here's the thing, this isn't over. If anything, it's only just beginning. Because we all know what comes next. More leaks, more receipts, and more secrets dragged into the light. The question is, when that next bomb drops, will it vindicate Jim Jones? Or will it prove once and for all that Camron and Chrissy crossed a line Harlem can never forgive? And now I want to hear from you. Do you believe the DNA test leak is legit? Or was it a setup designed to destroy Dipset's legacy? Do you think Chrissy is staying silent because she's guilty? Or because she's plotting her own big reveal? And what about Camron's trolling? Is he just messing with the internet? Or is he slowly preparing to confirm the affair himself? Drop your thoughts, your theories, your wildest predictions in the comments right now. Because this isn't just gossip anymore. This is history in the making. And every opinion matters in how this plays out. And don't forget, hit that like button if you're as stunned as we are. Subscribe if you want to be the first to catch the next update. And smash that notification bell because when the next leak hits, and trust me, you don't want to be the last one to know. This story isn't finished. The next chapter could flip everything upside down. And when it does, we'll be right here, breaking it down for you. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.